And welcome again, dear friends, to another edition of Fresh Bread. This is Reverend Phil Anderson, pastor of Oakland United Methodist Church and Kansas Avenue United Methodist Church, coming to you today with more fresh bread. It's now Tuesday, July the 13th, 2021. Well, here we go. Another month flying by, and we are just trying to enjoy each of these summer days. I'll tell you, the cold winter months, I think they've taught a lot of us to really appreciate these days. And even though they're kind of hot and a little bit muggy and, as my mom would have said, sultry, humid, you know what? I will take these days over those cold ones anytime. I've learned to not complain about the extreme heat that we sometimes get here in the Sunflower State. But I do hope you're having a good day. We're excited for so many things going on in our church family, and wanted to thank those of you who came out for a meeting on Saturday morning. We had about 15 of us all together over at Kansas Avenue regarding ministries that we hope to get started in the next couple of weeks at both Kansas Avenue and Oakland United Methodist churches here in Topeka. And you know, it was interesting. We talked about some of the priorities that we have as a church family, and of course both Oakland and Kansas Avenue are distinct churches. They both have their own unique personalities, their own needs, their own challenges, but they also have been blessed with a number of people who really care about not only the churches but sharing the love of Christ with those in the community. And that's really what it's all about. And anything we do is predicated upon our desire to, first of all, live for Christ, and then to share His love with those that we come in contact with, including those in the neighborhood of the churches or in our own personal neighborhoods if we don't live near the churches. Maybe it's folks we work with or that we just know. And I would just encourage you today, if you hear this today, to pray about people you can invite to church. A lot of people are scared to even say they go to church in this day and age, or either embarrassed because their actions don't always measure up to what they think a Christian should be, or they're afraid people will make fun of them or ridicule them or scoff at them. That's really not our concern. Our concern should be to help bring people into a relationship with Christ by leading them to that point where they can meet Jesus. And so often it's really in the church where that happens. You can say that you do it online or on television or radio, and those are all very viable and positive ministry tools. Don't get me wrong. Not at all knocking any of those. But I also believe there's just something about coming to church and being there. You're an inspiration to others. First of all, when you show up, that's one more person sitting in the pews or sitting in those chairs that's going to be an encouragement to other people. So don't ever think you're not missed if you don't come to church, especially these smaller churches. It's one of the reasons we call these families, because we are truly a family, a church family. Now, some of the bigger churches I know will call themselves a family, but that's a big family, let me tell you. And it's one of those families that if you didn't show up, they weren't going to send out a missing person alert. You know what I'm saying? We have these things called Amber Alerts and Silver Alerts, where either children are missing or older adults are missing. And when those folks are missing, they're noticed right away. And these alerts go out, don't they? Right in minutes. We even get these tones on our telephone. Well, I'll tell you what, when you're not at Oakland or Kansas Avenue, let me tell you, you're missed. And we do want you to know how much we care about you and we love you, and we want to be there to support you and encourage you along your journey. And that's really the goal. We want to do that for you, and we want to do that for others. So don't be hesitant about inviting others to church. We know that they would also be blessed by going to either of these two churches. They'll find a lot of caring people. We do preach out of the Bible. We preach the gospel. So don't forget to invite your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, and anyone else you meet to church. Hey, that's our fresh bread for today. We hope to have you back tomorrow on Wednesday for another edition. Until then, may God richly bless you, is my prayer.